Welcome to Woodnote Studio. Today I'm going to make a Moxon Vice out of press clamps. I bought 2 press clamps that are very inexpensive, and I am going to attach some poplar to the side of my bench to make a Moxon Vice. I've seen other Moxon Vices that are very inexpensive online, other tutorials that are benchtop. Cat Moses has one. Daniel over at Bearded Viking Woodworks has one. And I like them. I love them. They're great. And if it wasn't for the size of my bench, I'd actually make one of those. But I have the space over on the side here, so I'm going to make one that actually attaches. All right, so let's get started.
Can I help you with it?
Yes, you can definitely help me.
Yay!
First, I take my board and cut it into 3 22-inch pieces. I'll take care of the width for the fixed jaw that attaches to the bench next, cutting off 1.5 inches over on the table saw. Now, if you're asking why poplar, it's cheap, and if it gets dinged up over the years, replacement will be easy and not break the bank. Also, it's soft enough to not damage anything that I clamp in there. Now I'll take 2 of the boards and glue them together for the front jaw. After the clamps come off, I clean up the edges on the table saw to make it clean and square. I just shave off 1/8 of an inch on each side. Now I clamp all the pieces together so I can drill a reference hole so everything will line up as I drill the thicker holes into it. So I'm going to use a 1/32 inch bit. Watch the bit as it goes into the wood. You can't because my arm's in the way. One of these days I'll put the camera on the right side. I widen the holes on the front jaw, so if I need to clamp something that isn't flat, I can. Then clean it up with a chisel and sandpaper. fixed jaw gets 1-inch holes with the Fastener bit, using my reference hole to keep it perfectly lined up. Then I clamp the fixed jaw to my bench and drill the holes through the bench frame for the threaded rod to go through. Then I need to file 2 grooves in the frame for the included nut to fit into place. Then they get tapped in. Since they were a little longer than the width of my bench frame, I drilled a recess on the back of the fixed jaw so it sits flush. That didn't sound right.
And that's why you check instead of rushing. Damn it!
This is what drilling in the wood is supposed to sound like. So what I did was drill into one of the bolts that hold my bench together. Actually, the bolt wasn't even scratched, it just broke the bit. So now I screw the fixed jaw in place, countersinking the screws. And now it's time to plug that mistake.
Always having to fix my dad's mistake.
Listen to that freshness. Next, I put a 45-degree angle on the top of the front jaw so I can cut pieces at a sharper angle. I'll give it a quick sanding to smooth it up and break any sharp edges. See the kickback? Be careful, that would have hurt if I wasn't standing off to the side. Time to assemble. Another reason I am using press clamps are so the threaded rods go in under the bench and not stick out when it's fully closed. I had to buy washers and add some spray silicone on the inside of the nuts so everything spins nice and smooth. It won't allow sawdust to stick either. I can also flip the front face upside down and use it for wider pieces with my track bench top. Worked out perfect. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you feel I deserve it, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you next time.